Hello. This is another episode of Lifetime Success with yours truly, Jennifer Yon Agency. It is Thriving Thursday, and I am super excited to come to you for the month of June with a youth every Thursday. We're talking to youth that's doing amazing things in business, in school, volunteering. We are celebrating youth for the month of June on our Thriving Thursdays. So thank you all for jumping in and tuning in. Stay tuned, okay? Because not only will this live be incredibly special, but every live for the month of June on Thursdays will be. This Thursday, I am always at pleasure to talk to one of my favorite youths. Yes, one of my favorite youths, Zoi Hunter. How are you today, Zoi?
Good, and you?
I am doing great. It is always good to see you and talk to you.
Thank you.
We've had some great work together. You were in one of our editions with IBA Success Magazine last year. You were in the edition with Annette Watson Johnson on the cover. You were our featured Young Success. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was.
That's it. Yeah.
It was a while ago. So tell me, what have you been doing, Zoi, since you appeared in the magazine? Because first of all, let me just say this. If you have never seen Zoi before, IBA Success Magazine is always available, the archives. All you have to do is go to ibasuccess.com, click on the publications panel, check out the edition. It was volume 5, issue 4, and Zoi was our Young Success. So Zoi, thank you for coming. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself first, and then I want you to tell us what you've been doing since you appeared in the IBA Success Magazine.
Okay, well, hello. My name is Zoi Hunter. I am 17. I live in Florida, and I am an artist.
You're an artist. Okay, what kind of artist?
I am a painter. I am a digital artist. I'm an illustrator. I'm a baker. I'm a seamstress. I do watercolor. I cook. Design clothes. I do a lot.
You do a lot. Listen, and I hear your mom next to you. So, you all don't see her mom, Tyra, but she's here because we always know, entrepreneurs, we have to have support. And Zoe's mom is one of her number one supporters. Yep. We know without mom, you couldn't do a lot of the things that you're doing. So mom will pop in shortly.
Okay. I'm quiet.
We can hear you on the sidelines.
Okay. All right. I'll be quiet.
Okay. So let me ask you something, Zoi. How old were you when you realized that you were creative in the way of wanting to be an artist?
I was about 11 years old when my mom started homeschooling me. My dad was my art teacher. Okay. And he taught me the basics, like the shapes and the shading and the light and dark, things like that. I was like, okay, this is really cool. And so I went on Google and did some research, and then I drew my own drawing by myself of a steampunk woman. And steampunk is like Victorian old age. It's like gears, but it's also like dresses and big pants, things like that. And when I was done, I was like, oh, Mom, look at this. And she's like, who did this? I'm like, me. She's like, okay. And so my dad came home from work and he saw the picture. He was like, who did this? And my mom was like, your daughter. And he snapped it out of my hand. He's like, yeah, I can't teach you anymore. So he became like my guide.
Okay.
And he gave me like little projects in like painting and drawing. And then I was like, oh, this painting thing is really cool. So I went to like a Michael's class and I got really into it until I got my first commission, and then it just went on from there.
So your first commission, what was that like?
I At first, I didn't know what a commission was like. I didn't know what a commission was at all until I was 12. I had my first commission, and it was a small painting. It was like a 16 by 20, and it took me about a year to finish.
Wow.
It wasn't even that big.
A lot of time into that piece of art.
Yes, I had a lot of time, but I'm glad that the person was patient with me because I had like ups and downs with that painting. And if I keep looking back on it, I'm like, oh gosh, that was me? 12 years old doing that? Goodness. When I have a commission now, it's just like 3 to 5 days, but I took a whole year to finish one commission. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me?
So for ones that are watching and they're not sure what a commission is, what would you say a commission is?
So a commission is like if you say on Instagram or Facebook, like, hey, I'm taking in orders of a painting or a logo or like some type of digital art in this size and it costs this much. And a person could be like, hey, I want a painting in this size, like 18 by 24 of a flower painting for $180. And be like, okay, that's fine. And then you paint it and then you send it off to that person and they can have your painting for as long as they want or until they sell it.
Okay. So you sold your very first piece of art at 12 years old.
Yes, I did.
Do you remember what you made on that piece?
I made, what did I make? I made a steampunk woman, but it had like gears. It had a whole bunch of gears and roses, and it was detailed a little bit, but very simple, simple at the same time.
So from 12 years old to now, you've advanced in so many things that you do.
Yes.
I recently seen some great accomplishments with academics and with schooling and an opportunity that you just got.
Yeah, in Blue Star Learning, the Blue Star Virtual Learning.
And tell me about that. What is Blue Star and what role are you playing with them?
So Blue Star Virtual Learning is like a website online. So it's like a co-op get together thing where they have like classes and clubs. And I am like a teacher. It's called Artists in Residence. So what I do is that I paint and the kids can ask me like, oh, how do you do this? Or how do you do that? And I can tell them and I can give like tips or like tutorials on how to do like this flower or like do this hand.
So basically you are teaching art right now.
I am teaching art, yes.
Teaching art. So this is Thriving Thursday. We're focusing on youth. We're interviewing Zoi Hunter. Zoi is an artist amongst many other creative things, from baking, which I have tried some of your delicious desserts, to now you're doing clothing, a clothing line.
Well, I am putting designs on shirts. So I'm practicing on that, and I want to sell some of my artwork on shirts. So that, yeah.
So I remember when I seen some of your first art, it was in an art museum.
Yeah.
You had a collection. Tell me a little bit about that for ones that do not know and have never followed you. Your first introduction to being in an art museum, and what did that mean to you?
It meant so much for me. So the museum was called the Bronze Kingdom. It's at the Fashion Square Mall in Orlando. Mm-hmm. And once I got my paintings in there were 3. All of them sold out. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a dream come true. And I was like, wow. And like the oh my goodness, what is that called? Mm-hmm.
So your paintings was in the museum. All of them sold.
Yes.
You're making money.
I am making money.
So this is exciting. This is very exciting for a young artist to have. Now you're a teacher. You've sold paintings in a museum. You got a lot going on. What is your advice to another youth that may be sitting at home with talents and not sure what to do?
That's a very good question. I would say take your time with it. Map out what you actually like to do every day, because what I would like to do every day is paint.
Okay.
And I would just do it.
Just do it. Map it out, take your time, and just do it.
Yep.
That's awesome. So what are you painting? What was been your last painting?
Last painting.
It's
this one I have right here.
Okay. Ooh,
This
that's
one.
pretty.
Thank you.
What's that called?
This is called minimalism.
Say that one more time.
Minimalism.
Minimalism. Okay.
Yes.
What inspired that piece of art?
So with this one, minimalism is like a lifestyle more than an art piece.
Okay.
So minimalism is like you have an apartment and you have a couch and a table and a lamp. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
You live on smaller things, like in your living room, you have like a couch and a rug and a TV and like a vase full of flowers. Minimalism doesn't have that.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's one. And
so if you're watching, this is Thriving Thursday. We're interviewing Zoi Hunter. She is an artist. She's a teacher. She's a creator. She is just an all over amazing, creative young woman that I had to bring on our first Thriving Thursday as we are showcasing youth. You can find some of Zoi's art at artbyzoi.com. Check out her website. Also, you can find Zoi on Facebook at Zoi the Creative, and Instagram at Art by Zoi. Okay, so tune in, share this video because we are interviewing youth the whole month of June, and Zoi Hunter is first.
Well, can I come on now?
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk a little bit. I know the work, a lot of the work is centered around the household. How is it having a daughter so creative?
It's been wonderful.
Okay.
I've learned a lot through her learning about different techniques and art and different things like that. Okay. Zoi doesn't like to talk about herself a lot. Okay. And so you didn't get all of what Zoi has done. You just got a very small portion of it because she doesn't like to talk about herself. Zoi has 3 books that'll be out. She illustrates children's books. Wow. And she will be illustrating one in July, one this month, and she has one that because of all that's been happening, that kind of got put on hold, but that one will be coming out very soon as well. My daughter also, she's constantly thinking about what she can do. She has made homemade watercolor postcards. Oh, wow. They're postcards. I have, I have samples of them. She makes postcards right there. And then the back of it, you can write to whomever you want to. And they come in like a bundle of 5. And you have different themes you can choose from. I mean, her mind is constantly going about what I can create. What would somebody like? And she has been really selling her paintings a lot. She has just she teaches classes. We were in a co-op and Zoi taught watercolor. She's going to be teaching some classes on Zoom. I mean, she didn't tell you all these things because
let's get to it.
She's been doing very well in school. As unschoolers, by law, we have to get evaluated by a teacher. Zoi was evaluated, and she will be a 12th grader. She did very well this year. doing algebra, geography, Black history. Zoe is doing her own comic book, her own graphic novel. So Zoe has done a lot of things, and she's not done, and it just keeps going and going. So yeah.
Wow. So Zoe, you have been very busy. You forgot to tell me a couple things that you were doing. But you know what? That is okay, because that's why mom is right there. I know my mom, she helps me remember things too. So it's okay. So Zoe, your postcards, what inspired you to do postcards? Because that's very unique.
Thank you. Well, I was like, a lot of people now are doing Zoom or Discord or however they can keep in touch. And I was like, what can I do for my art to get out there? So I was like, oh, what about postcards? Because I collect postcards.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, like that'd be so cool if somebody can have a custom postcard and be like, hey, like this is the artist that I bought it from, and you can send it to people.
Yeah.
So this is another one that I have.
Oh, that is beautiful. If you are watching right now, I need you to share this video. Look at the amazing artwork behind our young talent, Zoi Hunter. Go ahead, Zoe. Hold up a couple of your other pieces.
I'll get them.
All right.
Beautiful.
This is another watercolor. I'm doing 5.
Okay.
As I said, flowers, anime, people, what else? Animals and illustration.
Okay.
This is a painting of hers.
So if a person wanted to get some postcards or buy any of your paintings, oh wow, that is. I'm going to need you all to put that one up in the camera. Yes, that is gorgeous. If you all are watching, we are looking at some artwork from Zoi Hunter. What is this piece called, Zoe?
Oh. That piece called I didn't have a name for it because it was a commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
So someone has already purchased that piece.
Oh yeah, it's already sold.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's already sold.
That's amazing. So Zoe, let me ask you, what is your favorite medium?
Oh, my favorite medium is acrylic.
Acrylic.
It's acrylic. And I also like watercolor too. I do a lot of watercolor things, but I mostly do it in acrylic.
Wow. Could you describe your favorite painting? I know you have painted lots of things, but could you describe your favorite painting and just tell us, why that is your favorite?
Excuse me. I don't really have a favorite painting I have done.
Okay.
I do like my paintings, but I'm still growing, so I don't know which one is my favorite for yet.
Are you currently working on a project now?
I did. This was it right here.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
It's called The Anger Within. It's about what's happening right now in the world with the protesters and things like that. Oops, excuse me.
Now, is that one that's already paid for as well, or if a person?
Somebody bought it.
Wow. So, okay, not only is she painting, and continuing to give us great artwork, they are selling before they're selling fast. Zoe, what are you doing?
They are
so fast, because trust me, there's some artists out here right now that's watching to say, okay, how is she doing it?
How am I doing it?
How are you doing it?
Because I'm, to be honest, I'm unschooled.
Okay.
I have like 9 hours out of the day to do anything I want, and it's pretty much just freedom. Before I was public schooled, I didn't even know I liked art when I was homeschooled, and now my mom unschooled me when I was 14, 15 years old. About 13. I'm 13. And when that happened, I was like, I love it.
You love it.
I like creating. And it was even better when I got paid by it, with all the things that I've done, I got paid from it and I grown from it as well. And I really like it.
So how does it feel to get paid, to get a paycheck?
Oh my gosh. Feels really good. I'm saving up right now for a car.
You're saving for is this your first car?
Yes. I'm kind of excited.
Do you already know what kind of car you want?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, what kind of car?
A Jeep.
A Jeep. So this is the results of what can happen. It really does not matter how old you are. When you are passionate about something, when you put the time in something, results can happen. Zoi, you say you have like 9 hours a day that you can do whatever you want. How much of that time is spent between painting?
5.
About 5 hours?
About 5 hours, and then the other 5 is either cooking, baking, sewing, doing my comic, or just like having ideas, doing arts and crafts, reading, anything pretty much.
Anything that you want. You know, that to me is what success is. When you have the freedom to do what you want and you're doing what you love. One thing I coach every entrepreneur on is clock in. If you don't clock in for your own business, you will not be successful. Talking to you, I obviously see you are clocking in every day to do what you love.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So do you have a morning routine or a daily routine that you follow that keeps you focused?
Really, there is no routine.
Okay.
If I don't finish a project like at night, the next day I'll pretty much just finish it in the morning and then move on to another project, another illustration for a book, or doing a logo. It's pretty random every day.
Do you get calls, consistent calls?
Yeah. My mom. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, we're interviewing Zoi Hunter. Check her website out, Art by Zoi. If they go to your website, what are they going to find?
Well, really, my Instagram has more than my website because we're still trying to figure my website out. It's still new. Okay. Yeah.
And will a person be able to see all the art that you've done?
Yep, my art, my baking, my digital art, my sewing, everything.
Awesome. So you stay pretty busy.
I do. I really do.
That's awesome. So, Mom, let me ask you a question. Are you still qualified?
Yes, she is. Right. Right.
Here I am.
Okay. So what is your tip for parents out here that has a child that has talent in an area? What's your tip for encouragement for them?
Okay. Like she said, she's unschooled.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's no structured day. It's not like public school. It's not even traditional homeschool where you have to do subjects and this and that all day. What my advice would be is when I found out what Zoe's passion was, that's what I concentrated on. I told Zoe, you have a passion for this or for whatever you want to try, do it. And what Zoe didn't tell you, again, I'll tell it.
Look, we got to toot her horn for her. She's doing what she loves.
What did I forget?
Zoe loves math.
Okay.
And I have never had a problem with her doing math.
Mm-hmm.
But it's everything else that she's like has a problem with, except for creative writing. But Zoe, all of those were kind of distractions to her, those subjects. So what I did is we compromised. She gets to do her passion, but in order for me to stay compliant to the state, I say, Zoe, I need you to do this for, the state. But you have your choice to do it any kind of way you want. You define it. You do it. You are in charge of your own education. And that means education in life, education in her passion, education and different like math. And if you find a way to do what I have to for the state, we'll be fine. Zoe educates herself in all things. So that's why she's so good at art and different things, because she taught her own self how to do certain things. She found the resources in order to help her to learn.
Yes.
So
there's lots of parents that
that's my advice is your child has when is to be a facilitator. When your child has a passion and they like to do something, give them choices within that passion to choose from. Here is this, or here, give them like if Zoe wanted to learn about planets, I would give books about the planets. I'd tell her on what website and what resources, and you go and you do that on your own. So if you help your child to develop a like of something and they do it on their own, they'll tend to, it can just develop into something that you never thought. And it's been amazing watching her being in control of what she learns and how she learns it. And I've learned a lot. There's things that she learns about a subject that I never even thought of. And so creatively, it's been amazing.
Awesome.
Just be supportive.
So let me say this. There's a lot of parents that almost got forced, with everything that's going on, forced into homeschooling. And you're trying to find balance.
Yes, now I look at it like this. If you are forced into something, it's not going to be as easy, and some won't like it. Zoe asked me to homeschool her. Wow. I already was open to it.
Okay.
But Zoe said, "Mom, could you homeschool me?" And I did. So it is easier if the kids and the parents willingly want to homeschool. But if you get forced, like we have been because of what's going on, there are so many different ways and different resources that can help you to do that. It's just that parents don't know that. I wish I could talk to all the parents that I can about where to find it, but there's so many things out there that are for free. I don't want to say all this on this because this is about Zoe, but there are resources out there to help you to educate your child.
Awesome. So if you're watching, this is Thriving Thursday. We're talking with Zoi Hunter and her amazing mom, Tyra, because we know as a mom, as an entrepreneur, it can be rough. It can be rough with balancing, staying focused. But I believe that when you're doing what you love, everything seems to fall in place. Yes. So Zoe, I have another question for you.
I'm ready.
Who would you say is your biggest influence?
That's my dad, definitely my dad.
Okay.
He's the one that taught me, and he is an amazing sketch artist.
Okay.
And he showed me some of his old sketches. I'm like, you did that when you were younger? He's like, yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Wow.
So he's definitely an influence. And also Bob Ross.
Okay.
How he taught when he was painting was very calm and free. It's like, hey, if you mess up, that's okay. This is your painting. I'm just showing you the basics to do it. And that's what I put in when I teach. So it's like, he's an influence. He's like an influencer to me.
Yes. Well, I can tell you have a lot of fans that are jumping in that love your work. Okay. So if you are watching, what I need you to do is I need you to go on to Zoe's Instagram and follow her on Instagram. Check out her work. And if a person is interested in getting commission from you, getting a picture from you, what should they do? What are the first steps that they should do if they're interested in having one of your pieces of art on their wall?
So they can go to my Instagram, Art by Zoe, and they can follow me and DM me. And like, hey, I want a commission. Or they can go to my Facebook, Zoe the Creative,
Mm-hmm.
and they can message like, "Hey, I want a commission, or I want to buy one of your artworks."
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
So a person that calls you and say they want a commission, do they already have an idea of what they want? How does the picture come together?
Sometimes they already have an idea, like, oh, like for Father's Day, I would want my husband or my kid doing this or that, or like, hey, I want a landscape, but with these types of colors. Or sometimes it's just like, I just want a painting from you, like whatever you paint, I want, pretty much.
Now, do you normally sketch that out first and show them before you paint it, or do you just jump right on in?
It depends again on the person. Like, if I see like an idea and I'll be like, oh, like I don't have to sketch this out already. But if it's maybe like a person, then yes, I do send it to the person and then be like, okay, if they want to change this eye or if they want to change the nose, then they'll be like, okay, and then I can like paint it.
Awesome. Awesome. So I'm excited. You are watching Lifetime Success. It is Thriving Thursdays. For the whole month of June, we are interviewing youth. We kicked off this first youth with one that we are familiar with, one that was featured in one of the publications, our Young Success. You can check out every edition of IBA Success Magazine because we feature youth during our Young Success. Zoe was in volume 5, issue 4. Again, all of the editions are online. You can check them out at ibasuccess.com. You can view all of our magazines there for free. And if you're interested in having one mailed to you, all you have to do is go and get yourself a paid subscription and get one sent to you every time that we release. Zoe, was that your first magazine article that you were featured in? Or
yes, it was. It was.
Wow. Well, I am thankful to have been able to be the first to put you out there in a magazine.
Thank you. I'm thankful for you to put me in the magazine.
Because I'm going to say, I have been watching you since that moment, and you have been busy.
Yes. I have been very, very busy.
You have been very busy. It is Thriving Thursday. Jennifer Yon Agency. We're interviewing youth for the full month of June. I want you all to check out Zoe the Creative. She's on Facebook. She's also on Instagram. I need everybody to follow her, okay? Go on right now, follow her, check out her art. Father's Day is coming up. It's probably too late to be asking for something for Father's Day.
Yeah, I'm doing a Father's Day collection.
Okay.
So if you want a Father's Day painting, I am.
Okay. Awesome. Is there any last words, Zoe, that you would like to tell our audience before we close out today?
Thank you. Pretty much thank you for listening to me talk. This is like the most I've ever talked.
Listen, I remember our first time talking and you did amazing and you're still doing amazing. So
thank you.
What you're doing, because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I can only imagine where you and your art will be.
Man, I can't even imagine that yet.
We really appreciate you, Jennifer. You're awesome.
Thank you so much.
Very much. Very awesome. Very supportive about the youth and just about people just doing well. We need that. We need that support from people that want to see you succeed. I commend you on that. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being a great mom and pouring into your daughter so much, because our youth are our future.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, share this video, tag a youth, tag a parent that has youth at home. You know, everybody's home right now. What are you doing on the creative side? Because your creative talents, Zoe has showed us, can turn into a real paycheck.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it does feel good to know that you have a child that will be able to take care of themselves, doing what they love, like you said. Yes. Doing what she loves, she knows she can take care of herself. And that makes me feel very, very good and not stressed about it. I know she's going to be okay.
And that's what we want as parents.
Yes, that's what we want. That's all we want.
So everyone that is tuning in, everyone that jumped in to show support for Zoi, all of the comments, we appreciate them. We love them. Keep showing her some love.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
I gotta say is, Zoi, I need an order of postcards, okay?
Oh, okay.
So you send me the link so I can purchase my order of postcards. And I don't even know how to begin. I don't know if you just send them or if I give you some things I want to see, but
I'll tell her. I'll tell you because I'm the one. I'm her momager. She calls me. What it is that, like I told you, there's 5 different things to choose from, and so I will. You can get on her Instagram and leave a message that you would like to order some postcards, and we'll get back with you, and we'll ask you different things that you like, and that she can actually customize the postcards to what you like, and then we'll send them off to you. You get 5 of them in a bundle.
5 in a bundle. What's the cost of the postcards?
$30.
Awesome. So if you want to support Zoi, go to her Instagram right now. $30. Get yourself some customized postcards, and let's send her artwork around the world. Let's send it to family members in different states. Let her artwork travel around the world. I need you all to do that. I need you all to support Zoi. She is our Thriving Thursday youth for the month of June, the first week of June. Stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you catch up all of my Go Live segments, especially this month's Thursdays, because I need you to support our youth. Our youth matter. Thank you so much, Zoi, again, for being my first Thriving Thursday for the month of June.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Yes, look forward to my message on Instagram because I need my postcards.
Okay, yes. We'll be looking. We'll be looking.
Okay. All right, you all. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.